Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK, and in today's reading we are doing, what do they think of most when they think of you? What dominates their thoughts, what goes through their mind the most when they're thinking of you. And we've got our three piles as usual. We have pile number 1, which is this beautiful blue card here, and the green aventurine. We've got pile number 2, which is another blue card with the calcite, and then pile number 3, purple card with the amethyst. So just take a moment to choose the pile, like I always say, that's calling to you. That's the one that has the messages. Remember, it's a general timeless reading. Just take what resonates, and it's good for whenever you're finding it. But other than that, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 1, and welcome back to your reading. So we are doing today, aren't we? When they think of you, what do they think about the most? What occupies their mind the most? What thoughts go through their mind the most when they think about you? So you chose to come into this beautiful, into this reading with this beautiful blue card, and it has the word cleanse underneath. Yeah, okay, so let's see what else we've got. And you also got the green aventurine here, so I'm just going to put that there. So let's get straight to it. Let's see if we can get some more oracle cards first. What am I going to go with first? Okay, let's have a look at these ones. So let's see. Can you please tell me, what's pile number 1's person think about the most? What is the dominant thought or thoughts for them the most with pile number 1? What dominates their thoughts the most when they think about pile number 1? I feel like that one wants to come out, and that is the Hermit card. It says, so it's bottle number 9, because that's the Hermit card, bottle number 9. And it's turquoise over green. So this is my Aura-Soma inspiration deck. And it says the individual search for truth. So with the cleansing and with the truth here, I'm just feeling like some of you might be in separation from this person, because the Hermit card is a separation, is an energy of being on your own, really. It's an energy of going inwards, an energy of being a little bit fed up, and wanting to go in and search within and find a better way. So I'm thinking with the cleansing card that your person is thinking that the situation maybe needs to change in some way. It needs to be cleaned up in some way. It needs to be made better, really. That's what I'm thinking. And maybe if you're in separation from this person, or it's not accessible to you, they're thinking of ways, because the Hermit is an inward, like I say, an inward energy, a search within, a search from within, really, to find a better way forward. And normally that means kind of being on your own in order to do that. So that makes me feel like that somebody might be in separation, or you might not be able to access this person. And maybe you are, when they're thinking about you, maybe you're thinking you're doing that you are going inward, that you are taking time to look at yourself, taking time to look at the situation, reflecting on the situation, wanting a better way forward for the situation, that you want to cleanse it, that you want to make it better, that you want to get rid of anything that might have been holding it back or bringing it down in any way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Let's go for this one. So what do they think about most? Please can you tell me, what does pile number 1's person think about most when they think about pile number 1? I feel like that one's calling to me. So this one is Throne. Your potential is endless. So I think they see you with these 3 queens sitting here as somebody who is together. They are seeing you as somebody, maybe they're seeing you as somebody who's just, with the cleanse card here, just kind of got themselves sorted. Maybe you're in separation from this person. Maybe you're asking about an ex, or somebody that you've had a relationship with, and maybe they're thinking that you've moved on, that you are this, I might move this up here actually, that you are this amazing person, this somebody that can kind of more or less manifest anything, can get what they want, because it says Throne. Like I say, your potential is endless. They are thinking of you, that you are you know, that you are amazing, really, that you can, like I say, you can get whatever you want, that you are powerful, that you've got a lot of potential. They recognise your potential, but maybe, like I say, you are in separation from them, or you're not accessible to them, and maybe you yourself, maybe they're thinking that you yourself are going through some sort of, maybe you're going through some kind of spiritual awakening, or some kind of spiritual cleansing, or some kind of change in some way with the Hermit card. So maybe you yourself, they can see that you are going through that. And they like that. They like that about you. They like the fact that you are, because they can see that it's empowering you. Maybe that's what's going on. They can see that it's an empowering thing for you. But anyway, I'm just looking at the numbers. Now, this is card number 45, which is often, you know, which does cancel down to 9. And that's, you know, endings of cycles, completion and new beginnings. So maybe this is a situation that's come to an end, and this person is possibly thinking of a new beginning with you, or renewal with you, or you know, wanting to kind of access you, but with the cleanse card, in a better way, with the Hermit card, in a better way. And maybe there's a lot of figuring out about how that's going to happen, or what needs to happen there. But anyway, let's have one more card here. How is pile number one's person thinking? What, not how, but what is the predominant thought about pile number one when their person thinks of them? What is they thinking about the most for pile number one? It's this one here. Face your fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. So with the cleansing, the facing your fears, I feel like this person is feeling and thinking that there's a lot of working out to be done with the Hermit card here. There's a lot of reflection, a time to reflect, a time to... So maybe in this situation, you know, there's been a lot of issues, there's been a lot of problems, and it's time to kind of look at them, it's time to examine them, it's time to face them, to deal with them. And then once you do that, the potential for the situation, maybe they're thinking the potential for the situation will be endless, but there are some hurdles, there are some challenges. I think that's what they're thinking. There are some hurdles, there are some challenges, and things that need to be cleared out in order for the situation to kind of move forward. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got here. So, actually, I'm not going to use that one, I'm going to use these ones. So please can you tell me, how is part number one's person? What is part number one's person? What are they thinking about the most when they think about part number one? What are they thinking about the most when they think about part number one? We have the Queen of Pentacles. What are they thinking about the most when they think about part number two, the World? Okay. This one wants to come out, I feel. The Nine of Wands. Okay. What do they think about the most when they think about pile number one? What do they think about the most when they think about pile number one? The Eight of Swords. Okay. And let's move these along slightly so we've got more space here. And what is the overriding energy? The Hierophant. Right, okay. So, I think for sure you are either inaccessible to this person, or there is this sort of like feeling of separation here. I'm just trying to organise these cards a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. Or there is this kind of feeling of separation, because we've got the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords here. So the Nine of Wands here is a guarded energy, is a defensive energy, is somebody that is a challenge. You know, this is a card of challenges, really. And again, it's about 9, so there's been an ending in this situation. Maybe it's been some difficult challenges here. We've also got the Eight of Swords here. Now, the Eight of Swords can talk about feeling stuck, trapped, not seeing a way forward. So maybe, I think this person is feeling like this is the situation, they're stuck, they're trapped, it's come to an end possibly, it needs sorting out, there's a lot of worries and stresses with it, there's a lot of fear actually. And again, that's interesting, we've got to face our fears, because in the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords is about not being able to face, not being able to face things, not seeing a way forward. And sometimes that means you have to take that blindfold off, because you can face your fears, you can do it, you can get over this kind of sense of stuckness. Get rid of this feeling that you haven't, you can't move forward, because you can move forward. So maybe there is this kind of sense of, maybe they're thinking that their situation is stuck, that it can't move forward, but in actual fact, they see you as this a Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is, the Queen of Pentacles is probably somebody that's going to be the most sort of stable, secure partner for somebody. She sort of exudes kind of long-term commitment, really. She is incredibly beautiful, sensual, looks after herself really well, very independent. She manages to balance both business and family life really well. Both of those things, work and family life, are very important to her. So she's quite, and it goes well with the Hierophant here, she's quite traditional. I'm saying she, but it's just an energy. So she's quite traditional in her values. Now, I think with the overriding energy here being the Hierophant, my sense is that this person wants to commit in this situation, because the Hierophant is about traditional commitment. It's about, making a commitment. And I feel like if you're in separation, or you're not accessible to this person, that they see you as somebody who is very desirable, somebody that they want to be with, somebody who they feel could be that long-term partner for them, somebody who would give them a sense of completion, a sense of wholeness with the World card here. There might be a long distance connection here with the World card, but there are these blocks and there are these challenges that have come into the situation and that are maybe in the situation right now. But I feel that they are hopeful that there is potential, for this. If you can get over whatever the issues and problems are, their way of thinking is that you can get over that you can move forward, and that there is potential for longevity, longevity in this situation. Now, in terms of astrological signs, obviously the Hierophant is Taurus energy. The Queen of Pentacles always reminds me of Taurus energy, but I suppose she could be any one of the other earth signs of Virgo or Capricorn, but I'm sensing more a kind of Taurian thing going on here. With the Nine of Wands, well, that could be, that is Sagittarius energy, and the Eight of Swords, that is Gemini energy here. So yeah, I'm just feeling this person wants to, I feel like this person is figuring things out, or they are, they are thinking that you are figuring things out. You want to make things better. You want to cleanse the situation. You want commitment. You want, you want a stable, committed relationship with them. And they are thinking that you want that. And they, my feeling is that their energy is that they also want that. But there are some struggles here. There are some fears. But it's time to, what they're thinking with the Hermit card is that it's time to face those fears. With the Hermit card here, it's time to face those fears, and then wanting to face those fears. But there is lots of, we've got a couple of nines here, which is again, what I said with nines, it's about endings of cycles, and it goes with the World, endings of cycles, completions and new beginnings. But it's something about them feeling that you want to face whatever the difficulties are, you want to cleanse whatever the difficulties are, you want to, you might be a bit fed up and you want to make, you might be defensive, you might, you might have had to defend yourself in this situation, you might be quite guarded in this situation, but that there is an overall feeling or a wanting of commitment. And I think it's kind of mutual. I think you both want a sense of commitment, but you recognise that there are hurdles and challenges that need to be overcome, things that need to be cleared away, cleared out in the situation, and that might have been holding it back. But anyway, let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so what is pile number one's person thinking about the most when they think about pile number one? What is pile number one's person thinking about the most when they think about pile number one? And that one wants to come out. And it is the Seven of Cups again. Okay. What do they think about the most when they think about pile number one? The Tower. Okay. What am I thinking about the most? What am I thinking about pile number 1? The Wheel of Fortune. No, sorry, what am I talking about? That's not the Wheel. This is actually, oh, okay, so this is quite a new deck for me. So this is actually an additional card this deck has, and it's called the Well. Okay, well the Well is like a wishing well, isn't it? It's card number 22. I don't know if you can see that there. It's card number 22. So obviously, I mean, the World is the last of the major arcana in the tarot, but this is card number 22. And in this particular deck, which is the Art Nouveau deck, they have these additional cards. And this is called the Well, and that makes me feel like the wishing well. Okay, that's interesting. This is a new deck for me, so I've not seen that one before. Okay, so it's not the Wheel, sorry, it's the Well. Okay, so what is pile number 1? Okay, pile number 1's the person thinking the most. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And the overriding energy is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. Right. So, okay. So what there is a sense of something having happened here. And that could go with the Cleanse, the Hermit, the Fascia, because we've got the Tower card here. Now the Tower card is something whereby, you know, something has come down, some relationship, some situationship or situation or connection, something that you thought was secure and stable has actually come down, usually because, you know, the truth or something has been revealed in some way. So everything that you thought, like I say, was secure and stable has come crashing down. And I feel like something has happened in this situation because the overriding energy is the 5 of Pentacles. Now the 5 of Pentacles can talk about lack. It can talk about being out in the cold. So I feel like this person is feeling out in the cold. They're thinking, when they think of you, that they have been put out in the cold, that they are out in the cold. And it goes with the Hermit card, goes with the Cleanse card, it goes with the 8 of, you know, the 8 of Swords, where there's a lot of worry and stress and feeling kind of stuck and trapped. So it could be that for a lot of you, you're in separation from this person because something has happened here. Now I've just noticed we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up twice, beginning your reading and ending your reading. So when they think of you, the predominant feeling and thought is the Queen of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is the, you know, a beautiful, beautiful energy of stability, of groundedness, of sensuality, of savviness in business, nurturing energy, great mother, great wife material, great long-term partner material. So they are definitely seeing you in that way. They are thinking of you in that way. That is their predominant thought. They want commitment. I feel like they want commitment, but they're, at the moment, the reality is that they are out in the cold. And I think it's because they feel like you are fed up. I feel like with the Hermit card, there's kind of a fed up energy to that. You know, maybe, you know, there's been some dithering with the the 7 of Cups here, because this is a card of dreaming, thinking that you've got choices, not being sure. So maybe maybe in this situation you wanted stability, you wanted longevity, you wanted commitment, and they were dithering. They were dithering around because they were scared, because there was fears around that, fears of commitment for them, and that's what caused the situation to sort of come crashing down. But with this Well card here, obviously that makes me feel of a wishing well, and I feel that they are wishing underneath this kind of card, being guarded, being defensive. Maybe they're thinking that you are guarded and defensive now, but they're wishing, there's a wishing well here, there's a hope, there's a dream, there's a wish that you and them will, you know, come back together again, that you will, you know, that the potential for you and them, once you can get over this difficulty, and it might be been very hard for you, pile number 1, with this Tower card here, because the Tower moment is a very difficult moment. It can often be a shock. So something might have happened that was shocking, that really surprised you, or, you know, it was a surprising event that you weren't expecting, suddenly happened, and that, you know, that can often be quite painful. But I feel like they are wishing with this Well card, wishing and hoping and dreaming that there will be this return to you, this, you know, because they see you as this kind of like, you know, because the Queen of Pentacles goes with the throne, you know, the Queen of Pentacles can do anything. I mean, she is she has got it sorted. She has got it sussed, really. She is, you know, so together in a grounded way. You know, she's so together. She knows her own worth. She's a manifester. She can make things happen. She's a nurturer. She's a carer. She is a loving energy. She's abundant. You know, there's this sort of rabbit in the corner here. She's an abundant energy, and I think they want your, you know, the abundance that you give to them. They're not happy being out in the cold. They're not happy being with this sense of lack here. And they're dreaming, you know, because the Seven of Cups can be dreaming, it can be wishing, it can be, you know, fantasizing, really, you know, of you know, of everything that could come about in this situation. So I feel those are their thoughts of you. The predominant thought of you is that they, you know, if you're in separation from them, I think they're wanting this period of time apart, or this period of time not being together, to be a time of cleansing, to be a time of ridding the connection of anything that is holding it back. You know, I feel like there's some regrets as well. I feel like they do have some regrets in this situation. And they want to move on from this kind of sense of stuckness, this sense of being in separation. And they know that it's, you know, that there needs to be facing and looking at certain fears, certain things that have held it back. They know that that's what you want. And with the Hermit card, that's maybe what they're trying to do as well. They're trying to look at themselves, they're trying to deal with their issues, issues that might have caused this Tower moment, to be able to move the situation on. But they definitely want commitment. They definitely want commitment with a Hierophant here, or a committed situation. But they are out in the cold at the moment. They are feeling very much out in the cold. Okay, let's see what messages we have here. In terms of astrological energies for these ones, we've got the Seven of Cups, and that could be, or that is, sorry, the Scorpio energy. Obviously, with the Queen of Pentacles, that could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy. Okay, so let's see, what messages have we got for pile number one? Okay. I hid who I really am from you. Okay, so there might have been some deception here. That might have been why we have the Tower card here. They might have not, you know, might not have been completely honest. What else have we got? I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, I mean, I do feel that they are thinking about you a lot, and especially if they're in Hermit mode or you're in Hermit mode, there's a lot of thinking, a lot of going inwards, a lot of trying to, you know, work out a way forward, get enlightenment. So we've got wedding. Okay, so this situation involves a marriage, so it might be for some of you that you are married to this person and there has been this split. I mean, the Hierophant is a very traditional symbol of commitment, so there might be marriage, or there might be, with the three people here, there might be three people in this situation. It might have been a three-way situation here that has now, you know, or that's kind of come to an end, or, you know, something has happened to reveal that three-way situation, and it's kind of brought things to a bit of a head here. And so now you're in separation, and there's a lot of cleansing, a lot of things that need to be sorted out. One more card. Pile number one on their person. Pile number one on their person. It says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So maybe this is a soulmate connection for some of you. But anyway, pile number one, that has been your reading. I think that's all I've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe and the like button. Share, comment, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. So today's reading is, you know, what do they think about the most when they think of you? What thoughts dominate their thinking when they're thinking about you and the connection? So you chose to come into this reading with this beautiful blue card that says trust, and also with this calcite here. So I'm just going to put that there. Take our adventuring out of this reading, because that is our last number one's reading. So let's get straight to it. Just a big thank you, as I always do, to the people that have subscribed, liked, shared all my my channel generally, and all of my readings. Really appreciate everyone who has done that, and if you're new, then welcome. But anyway, let's get straight to it. Also, just remember, it's a general reading, take what resonates, and it's timeless, so it should be good for whenever you are finding it. So I hope everyone's doing well, by the way. I hope you're all good. So let's get cracking. So what does pile number two's person think of the most when they think of part number two? I felt called straight away to do the tarot. I didn't in pile number one. I did a few oracle cards, but I've just gone straight to the tarot here. So please, can you tell me what does part number two's person think about the most when they think of pile number two? Oh, we have the Sun. Lovely start there. So we've got trust, we've got the Sun. I feel like this one wants to come out. Ten of Cups. I feel like these are just calling to me. The Two of Pentacles, and the last one here, the Two of Swords. Okay. And then underneath the deck is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I feel with the Trust card here, that they definitely want you to trust the situation, because the overriding energy is the Queen of Cups, and this is, I think they see you as somebody who is, a heart connection. It's interesting, in this Trust card, we have a heart right at the centre, and I do feel that they see this as a heartfelt connection, a very strong emotional connection here, because the Queen of Cups is a loving, nurturing, beautiful energy. She's very just very emotionally intelligent, very psychic, very spiritually aware, very, very loving, so caring, such a lovely energy about her. And this is the overriding energy of how they think of you. What's the thing that they most think about when they think of you? And I think they see you as the Queen of Cups, so they see you as this beautiful the Queen of Cups has always makes me think she's just a very, very classy energy. She's so just so beautiful, really, in every single way, really, and just so accepting, so tolerant, so forgiving, but maybe in this situation they are feeling that there's something that they're wanting, or they want you to trust the situation, or maybe they want you to trust them. With the Sun and the Ten of Cups here, when they think of you, you are ultimate happiness to them, 100% emotional happiness. Ten of Cups is the absolute epitome of emotional happiness, joy, really. And because it comes right next to the Sun, you are, you embody complete and utter happiness for them. But there's this kind of like twos here, so maybe it's the start of something, or you haven't quite got it together with this person, or you're having a little bit of a blip, and there is some choices here, or maybe there's some choices that this person needs to make, and they're asking you to trust, or maybe there needs to be some trust from them for you. But I'm sensing that they are wanting you to trust a situation that might be in a bit of stuck energy, or a bit stalled at the moment, with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, because that is all about, both those cards talk about weighing things up, having to assess something, having to make a choice. So maybe this is a connection where a choice is having to be made. They want you to trust them. They're saying that they're thinking of you as this kind of person that brings them absolute happiness, but maybe there's something that needs to be considered. There are some choices that need to be made. There's something that needs to be, there is an element of stuckness here, of not really, maybe they're dithering a little bit, or deliberating a little bit, sort of stuck in maybe they're stuck in some other situation or something like that. But 100% when they think of you, they definitely think of somebody who brings them absolute and utter happiness. But let's have a look and see what other oracle cards. But there's something about they're weighing something up. They're having to make a choice. They are they're feeling stuck in that. They're feeling stuck in that choice. So even though you bring them all this happiness, they're feeling stuck in that choice. And some of that is that they are there might be something about them choosing to be stuck here, or maybe you're feeling like they're choosing to be stuck in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Let's see what other oracle cards we have here. So can you please tell me, I'm going to move this one along slightly so we've got a little bit more room here. For pile number 2 and their person. What does pile number 2's person think about the most? And then think about pile number 2. Now this is interesting because this one come up in pile number 1, and this is the Hermit card. So you want to listen to pile number 1, or you feel drawn to pile number 1. This also came up in pile number 1. Now the pile number, this is the Orosama Inspiration deck. They relate some cards that I have, and they also relate to the Tarot deck. And this is the Hermit card. And it talks about the individual search for truth. So you might be in a situation where you're in separation from this person. So maybe you were very happy, everything was fine, but something's come along to cause some kind of dilemma where there's a choice that needs to be made. And somebody is going inwards, or maybe it's in separation where you both need to go inward and find the truth of the situation. Because that is what the Hermit card is. There may be some sort of maybe you might be feeling a little bit fed up in this situation, because the Hermit sometimes can be a bit of a fed up energy. But it says, but it's something about needing to find the truth of this situation. We've also got trust. So I think they're wanting you to trust. So if you're in separation, or if you're waiting, so if you're in a period, something in this situation where you're waiting on a decision from them, what they're wanting, and they're sort of, you feel like they're umming and ahhing and dithering, they're wanting you to just trust, because they're thinking very hard, they're going inwards, they're thinking very hard about how they can move the situation forward. That's how they're thinking. They're wanting you to trust them to make the right decision. But what else have we got here? Can you please give me, what does pile number 2's person think about the most when they think about pile number 2? Okay, what's this one? Live in the moment. When you are looking, what you are looking for is with you. So what you are looking for is maybe. So maybe this is a situation where you bring all this emotional fulfillment, this happiness or whatever, and they want you to just go with that, to just enjoy that. So maybe this is a situation where maybe you're wanting a bit more from them, maybe you're wanting more commitment or something like that, but they're wanting you to just say, look, let's just see, let's go with the moment, let's see, because this is two people here really enjoying each other. So maybe they're wanting to just kind of see how it goes, to enjoy your time together, to be together, to live in that moment, to trust in that, and that as you live in that moment, it will build and build and build. But maybe there's something about maybe some of you wanting more than that, or them to give more than that in terms of their words and their deeds, and sort of a commitment. And maybe that's caused this kind of stalling, or this sort of hermit energy where you've maybe gone into separation, or it's caused the situation to halt in some way, because it feels like it's two separate. I feel like, at some point it was like immensely happy and fantastic, and then there's this kind of like stalling, dithering choices that have to be made, and maybe your person is thinking, well, can't we just go back to this where we're just having a great time and we're really enjoying each other? So maybe there's something like that for some of you. But anyway, let's have a message card. It's a different format to pile number 1. I wasn't expecting that, but anyway. So let's see. What's pile number 2's person think about the most when they think of pile number 2? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So maybe, you are the one that's kind of withdrawn a little bit here with the Hermit card here, and you sort of pulling back a little bit has made you seem more appealing to your person. And it's also about loving yourself first, putting yourself first. Well, the Queen of Cups doesn't have any problem in loving herself first. She's got a lot of emotional intelligence, and she knows that it is important to love yourself first, to give yourself that cup of love, you know, so that you can then, you know, you've got a full cup to be able to give to others. She's, you know, she's well aware of that. But anyway, let's get cracking here. So what do they think about? What does pile number two's person think about the most when they think of pile number two? What does pile number two's person? So I think, like, for some of you, you might be in separation with this person, or you might not be able to access this person. What does pile number two's person think about the most when they think of pile number two? Well, I've got two cards here. So this is Page of Swords. It's so interesting. I was just literally just thinking about the Page of Swords, thinking, I bet this person is checking out pile number two. And there you have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is somebody who is looking at you, you know, gaining, you know, a little spy really, trying to find out about you. So if you are in separation, I feel that they are checking you out. If you're on social media, or you know, you've got friends that you've got in common, or family or whatever, they're definitely still curious about you. They definitely want access to you. And then we have the Ace of Swords. See the Ace of Swords here. It's quite a light deck. This is a new deck that I'm using here, and it's quite a light deck. I hope you can see it on the camera. So what is pile number two's person thinking about the most when they think about pile number two? King of Pentacles, and then we have this one, which is Four of Swords. Yeah. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands also came out in pile number one, so you might want to check out pile number one if you feel drawn to it. Now, I definitely do feel the Four of Swords, that this is a, you know, this is a pile where you are kind of in separation, because the Four of Swords is, again, it goes with the Hermit card. It's a taking a step back. This might have been a connection or a situation that has taken it out of you and them, because the Four of Swords is a need for rest, respite, recuperation, you know, step back, a long pause really. And I feel that it could be because there has been some indecision or indecisiveness in this situation with the Two of Swords here. Yeah, somebody has been dithering and not really been clear. So even though I think you bring them immense happiness, you know, and maybe they've been saying, you know, let's just trust the situation, let's just go with the flow, let's just have a good time, let's just live in the moment. That has made you withdraw because you think, well, I've had enough of that. I want something more than that. And I think they kind of know that. So maybe with the Ace of Swords, they kind of want this new, you know, because you bring them this sunshine and they want this truthful, honest, new beginning. But maybe there's this period where they're thinking, you know, can you just, you know, at the moment, can you just trust the situation here? Trust that I will work things out, that I will come towards you as the King of Pentacles, which is somebody who's going to offer commitment, committed, grounded, stable energy. And I think that's kind of what they're thinking that they want to do. They want to do it, but again, it's kind of this sort of, there has been this kind of dithering, this kind of weighing up. So maybe a person has been just non-committal, even though they have all these deep feelings for you. They have been non-committal. They have been wanting to stall in some way on commitment, and you have had enough of that, which I don't blame you for, number two, because the overriding energy is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands, which is a guarded energy, and I feel it comes under you, which is the Queen of Cups. You know, you are guarded now. You are defensive. You're not putting up with any, any of that anymore. And it's put this situation on hold in some way, or put this situation on halt in some way, but they're definitely still curious. Maybe they can see that you're loving yourself first, that you are giving yourself love, that you are getting on with things, that you are trusting yourself. So maybe this trust card is about you trusting yourself, trusting your own instincts, trusting your own intuition about this situation, loving yourself, living in the moment for yourself. So maybe there's something about that. Maybe they can see all of that going on for you. But I definitely feel that there is this kind of stalling in this situation at the moment. I just feel like I want to just clarify something here. So maybe I want to clarify, what are they stalling over? What's going on? Why is there this Why is there this stalling here for pile number 2 and their person? What is going on? Why is there this stalling? What's it about? 9 of Pentacles. What is it about? Please can you tell me what is it about? Seven of Pentacles. Tell me, why are they stalling? Why is this kind of like stalling between pile number 2 and their person? What is it about? Knight of Cups. And I'll do one more. Oh, I feel like it's this one actually. And it's the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So there's not a shortage of love in this situation, and underneath the bottom of the deck is the Devil. There's definitely not a shortage of love in this situation, right? So because we've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the Knight of Cups, and I feel like romantically they really want to come towards you, but maybe this is a situation where you're in separation from this person because we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Pentacles is a really independent energy, and it could go with that whole thing about you learning to love yourself. So maybe you've separated from this situation, you've broken away from this situation, you've become this independent, strong person, and maybe the dithering is about them thinking, well, I want to come towards you, I want to create this happiness with you again, but I'm not sure that you're gonna have me back. So maybe you know, I've messed up in the past, or I've done things in the past, or I haven't been serious in the past, I haven't committed in the past, I've just wanted to take this on sort of like face value, I've just wanted to come in, hook up, and you know, come out again. But actually I've got these really deep feelings for you. I've developed these really deep feelings for you. I can see that now, but you're this independent boss kind of energy, and it's making me feel and dither about whether I can move forward with you. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Devil card here, which would be those kind of self-limiting beliefs. So maybe they have these kind of self-limiting beliefs that they don't feel that they can move forward with you in some way, but there's a need for them actually to trust the situation, or to trust how they're feeling. So maybe the dithering is that they haven't trusted their feelings before, because they've got the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. They haven't trusted their feelings before, they haven't acknowledged their feelings before, and the Devil card has, you know, is an indication of that, of them being sort of chained to maybe just wanting a good time, maybe just living in the moment, maybe just getting instant gratification, and maybe that is what's gone on before. But now they are wanting, with the King of Pentacles here, you know, they want this, they want to be able to bring commitment, but they're worried that you might have kind of moved on with the Nine of Pentacles here. But there's definitely no shortage of love here. They definitely do have strong feelings of love towards you, but they're sort of still a bit stuck here. So maybe the Trust card is, and the Hermit card is, that this is a situation when they think about you, what they think about you the most, apart from all of these things, is there needs to be more time for space and healing to sort themselves out. There needs to be, and for you as well, there needs to be more space in this situation. But it isn't a shortage of feeling. I feel there are very strong, deep feelings within this pile, but I feel like the universe is almost saying, you know, you need to still get this time to both of you to love yourself first, to both of you be strong in yourselves first. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs, I don't think I've done them, have I? So with the Ten of Cups, obviously that is Pisces energy. Sun is obviously Leo. I mean, Two of Pentacles is Capricorn. Two of Swords is Libran energy. Ace of Swords could be any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. See, a new beginning, you know, so the Ace is here. Got an Ace, new beginnings. Page of Swords is new beginnings. I think like they do want a truthful new beginning. Actually, there is a truthful new beginning here, because there might have been a lot of deception, a lot of game playing, a lot of sabotaging the situation here. King of Pentacles could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and Four of Swords is Libran energy again. So yeah, so let's see if we've got any message cards for pile number 2 and their person. Message. What do they think of the most? What does pile number 2's person think of the most when they think of pile number 2? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so maybe this is a new situation and there needs to be trust in the situation. Maybe there are blocks, maybe they are thinking that there are blocks, maybe they're worried, maybe they're not sure, maybe they need to trust the situation, maybe they're detached from you with the Hermit card here, maybe they're not giving much out, and I think it's because they're a little bit fearful, they're a little bit stuck, but they definitely are secretly checking you out without a doubt. Maybe they're seeing you as somebody that's kind of out of their league with the Nine of Pentacles here and the Queen of Cups, but there is no shortage of attraction and romance in this pile for sure. Let's have a look to see what this one says. Okay, what does pile 2's person most want to say to pile number 2? What does pile 2's person think about the most when they think about pile number 2? Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So maybe there's been a bit of mirroring in this situation in some way. Relationships reflect our wounds. So maybe you, are both spiritually. I'm just thinking both spiritually, maybe going through the same. Maybe this is a chance for you to. There's a big learning opportunity in this relationship. Maybe you are both triggering each other as well, or you have triggered each other in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we have here. One more card, pile number 2 and their person. Please, what do they think about the most when they think about pile number 2 and their person? What does pile number 2's person think about the most when they think about pile number 2? That's what I want to say. Oh, now that would go with all the stalling because it says, I am afraid to contact you. I am afraid to contact you. Yeah, there is this with the... And I think it's fear. It's fear of... maybe fear of how you'll react because you have all this independent energy around you. Fear that, that you've moved on, that you've grown with the Hermit card here, that you are loving yourself, and that they're maybe still stuck, they're still dithering, they're still not sure. So yeah, I'm afraid to contact you. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do hit the subscribe and the like button and the notification bell, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we're looking, aren't we, what do they think about the most when they think of you and the connection? So you chose to come into this reading on this beautiful card, this purple card, and it says intuition at the bottom with the gorgeous amethyst stone. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'm just going to get straight into the tarot. So just remember, it's a general reading, it's a timeless reading, so it's good whenever you're finding it, and it's general, so just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I hope everyone is doing well. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed, liked, commented, shared my videos and support my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. It's amazing. So anyway, let's get straight to it. So pile number 3, what's pile number 3's person think about the most when they think of pile number 3? What is their dominant thought? Oh, we have Temperance, beautiful. Temperance. What else? We have Knight of Pentacles. And we have, what's at the bottom here? Oh, the King of Wands, okay. Think about the most. What's pile number 3's person think about the most? That one definitely wants to come out. And we have the 3 of Pentacles here. And let's see, what's our overriding energy? The Sun. Oh, lovely. Pile number 3. So, 100%, they think about you. The overriding feeling is one of you know, positivity, because the sun, I mean, you couldn't get more positive than the sun, really, could you? I mean, there's just this incredible, beautiful energy to the sun. It's kind of nourishing. It's, you know, it brings a lot of light. It brings a lot of warmth. It brings a lot of heat. It, you know, we're all happy when it's sunny, aren't we? So I think you bring them no end of happiness, sunshine, light. I'm just getting the word light here because I think this depiction of the sun has got this strong light coming from it. You know, you emanate, or you, is that emanate? Yeah. You, a sort of sense of hope and light for them, for sure. And with the Temperance card, I believe that they feel that you would also bring them, or their thought of you is that you bring balance. You bring them balance, you bring them harmony. There's this beautiful rainbow in the background here. You know, I mean, obviously rainbows, you know, mean lots of things, but I mean, one of the meanings are, you know, is hope. You know, when we see a rainbow, it comes out, doesn't it, after a, you know, a grey day, and it brings hope and awe and wonder, and everybody looks at it. But again, it's about balance, you know, because also for me, rainbows represent, you know, our energetic chakra system. And when they're in alignment, they are balanced, aren't they? And they are all the colours. You know, so I feel like you bring them alignment. They think of you as somebody who's bringing them balance. There may be some differences between you, because the Temperance can be a kind of often a mixing and blending to get to the right balance. So maybe there are some differences between you. But that is not something that they see in any way, not that it should be, but they see in any way as a challenge. They in fact, you know, they think it kind of adds to the potency. What I want to say is it adds to the potency of the connection. With the Intuition card here, I'm just feeling that they feel that there is a strong pull towards you. They intuitively feel connected and pulled and drawn towards you. They may not be able to explain why that is. There may be a bit of a link going on, a 5D link going on here, where you are connecting with each other. Definitely in the 5D, if you're not connecting right now in the 3D, I definitely feel like there's a strong link here. Now, they are also, this might be a work connection with the Three of Pentacles here. So this could be somebody that you work with, that you feel attracted to, that you feel drawn to, that you might be in a relationship with, or that there's a kind of like a crush situation with the Three of Pentacles here, because I feel like Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's also one of the work cards. So it may be that they are thinking that they want to collaborate with you. Maybe you're somebody that they want to you know, offer something to, in terms of some kind of work situation here. I mean, I know this is a romantic reading, and it is based around how they, you know, what their romantic thoughts of you, what dominates them most. But it could be that, you know, if it's a work attraction or something, maybe they want to promote you in some way, or give you some status somehow in the workplace as a kind of way of showing you how they feel about you. That's a very specific message, but it is for some of you. And the Knight of Pentacles, you know, it's about slow, they are thinking and feeling that they want to slowly move towards building something with you, building something tangible. The King of Wands, I think you make them feel incredibly confident, and maybe you are incredible. Maybe I see you as very, very confident, very sure of themselves, very, yeah, just very out there, fun, very exciting. Got a lot of, you know, a lot of good ideas, and maybe somebody who works for themselves, somebody who's in charge. So when they think of you, they see you as somebody who's got their life together, I think, but they also see you as somebody who wants to offer something to you, wants to offer. They certainly see you in a very passionate way, because Wands is all about passion, it's about fire, it's about energy. There's a lot of red in this card, so I feel that they are very attracted to you for sure, and that is something that is in their mind when they think of you, definitely. But something where they can build something with you that it can be balanced, that you can work together in harmony. There's sunshine here, definitely, and positivity. So I think on the whole, these are very positive cards. So they see you in a very positive way. But with this kind of strong spiritual link, there's a strong spiritual connection in this pile for sure. So in terms of astrological signs here, I mean, with the Temperance card, that is Sagittarius energy. Knight of Pentacles, always kind of yeah, it's kind of like, it gives me a kind of Capricorn energy really, because the Knight of Pentacles is very hard working and patient and building up, you know, wants to build up their career, build up their finances. So I always get a bit of a Capricorn feeling with the Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands could be any one of the fire signs of Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Three of Pentacles, that is Capricorn again. And obviously the Sun, that's Leo energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs. Let's see if we can get some oracle cards here for pile number 3 and how, what their person thinks about the most when they think about pile number 3. What do they think about the most when they think about pile number 3? What's pile number 3's person think about the most when they think about pile number 3? Self-creation, be the author of your own life. And it does go very much with this purple card here. So maybe they just see you as somebody who's very creative, somebody who's very, because with be the author of your own life, somebody who's, you know, who doesn't mind taking risks, somebody who is there, self-made really in some way. So you might be somebody who works for themselves or is in charge of their work. I think they have a lot of admiration for you. But again, these strong kind of purple colours coming through here, and I do feel that they see this connection as being linked. You are very linked in some way to each other on another level, and they recognise that on a psychic level, on a spiritual level. They can feel that somehow. And you can probably feel that as well. So how does pile number, what does pile number 3's person think about the most when they think of pile number 3? What does pile number 3's person think about the most when they think of pile number 3? No, it's this one. Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. They see you as gold. They can see, I think they see you as very strong. With this card here, I think they see you as somebody who is very, very, very strong. Somebody who is able to, you know, with this, you don't need someone else to fix you. You know, you can sort yourself out. You can rely on yourself. And it also goes with the self-creation. You know, you are putting yourself back together. You know, this is a cup here that's cracked. She's put it back together again. So I feel like maybe they're thinking that you have risen in some way. So maybe you have risen. You have become, you know, a bit of a main player, both in terms of your work and in terms of your life. So maybe they're seeing you grow and develop, and they're loving that. They're loving seeing that in you, and that you can, you know, you are able to. You're more than capable. You've got confidence, and you're more than capable of sorting, you know, you're sorting yourself out, sorting your life out. Yeah, so anyway, that's great. So let's see what else we've got here. The pile number 3 in their person. Very positive. This out of all the piles is probably the most positive, I would say, in terms of how they, what they think about the most when they think of you. Let's see what these cards say. What does pile number 3's person think about the most when they think of pile number 3? It's definitely these two. So we've got all the world. We've got, what is that? Oh, we've got death. We've got the death card. Sorry, this is a new deck. This is the Art Nouveau deck, I think it's called. So I'm still getting used to the cards, but that is the death. They're quite light, actually. I hope you can see that. So that is the world, and that is death. So got 3 major arcana in this reading, 4 major arcana cards. So how do they... you know, what do they think of most when they think of pile number 3? What does the person think of most? Seems to want to come out in twos. Seems to want to come out in twos here. So maybe they're seeing, you know, this kind of twos is all about partnership, friendship, relationships, balance, harmony again, harmony, cooperation. So what have we got here? Hanged Man and the 7 of Wands. So maybe the situation, Knight of Cups, the overall energy. So maybe there's a little bit of a stalling in this situation with the Hanged Man and the 7 of Wands. A little bit of a challenge in this situation, the Death card here. So maybe it's a situation which maybe came to an end, because we've got the World card, which is all about endings. you know, completions of cycles, and we've got death right after it. So maybe you're inquiring about somebody who's an ex, or something where you had an attraction to someone, maybe at work or something like that, and maybe one of you left the job or something in that way, and it came to an end. But there's definitely sort of some separation here, maybe for some of you. With the Hanged Man, a need to think things through, a need for enlightenment, a need to have a different perspective here. Certainly, so maybe they are in separation from you, and they are gaining a new perspective, gaining enlightenment. Maybe they didn't see you in this fantastically positive way before, and maybe now the separation or the moving away from the situation has caused them to see how kind of wonderful you are, how amazing you are, how attracted to you that they are. I mean, death is also endings and new beginnings, so I'm feeling like they want a new beginning. Maybe they behaved with the King of Wands, because the King, you know, Wands can be a go-getter. They can do whatever they want to get wherever they want. I mean, the King is a little bit more wiser than the Knight of Wands, but maybe there was a little bit in this situation of someone being a little bit thinking only of themselves to some degree, and they have now realised with the Hangman underneath it that was the wrong way to go about it. Maybe they were just too overconfident, maybe they were a little bit cocky, maybe they thought they were the best thing since sliced bread, and they realised maybe that, you know, because they're saying that you are gold, that you are rising, or they can now see that you are rising, and they realise that actually possibly they need to tone that down a little bit, but actually you know, they've kind of come to some sort of realisation that maybe they need to be a bit more, with the Knight of Cups here, maybe a little bit more demonstrative in a kind of romantic way. So maybe it isn't just about attraction and passion or building something up in a concrete way. Maybe they need to be more romantic, show you in terms of romantic gestures and romantic words. That's what the Knight of Cups is, and that's what they want to do. So when they think about you the most, they think of the Sun and they think of the Knight of Cups. So they want to come towards you with romance. They want to come and offer something towards you. They want to come and give you something. They want a new romance or a renewal of a romance with you for sure. But it might be at the moment there's a little bit of separation here with the Hangman and the Death card. Seven of Wands is some challenges. If this was a work connection, a work crush, or work attraction, that might have been some challenge. That might have been challenging to moving the situation forward for some of you here, because we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about work and collaboration. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, which is challenges. So there might have been that, you know, maybe they were your boss or your manager or your co-worker, and they couldn't come and declare themselves in some way. But I feel like now that they are thinking about ways in which to do that, because these challenges with the Seven of Wands, although there are challenges, they're not challenges that can't be overcome, and that's what they're thinking and feeling now. Maybe initially they didn't, because it comes in sort of diagonally opposite the Temperance, and the Temperance is about there being differences somehow and needing to kind of get into harmony with those differences, and maybe before they weren't able to do that and they saw it as a challenge, but now they see it is still a little bit of a challenge, but it's a challenge that can be overcome. It's a challenge that is easily something that they now have a hold on, really. They've had enlightenment. They know now that they can see that as not being too big a challenge for them to not be able to overcome. So a very positive reading, pile number 3. So let's see what messages they've got. What messages? Okay, so what do they most think about when they think about pile number 3? What do they like to say maybe to pile number 3? I feel like I've got one there. Let's do that one. So this one is, this one says, can you believe it? It says a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Look there, look at the words. Oh my goodness. Now, when I did the other 2 piles, when I looked at the message cards, I still said the phrase, you know, what are they thinking about you the most? But with this one, I felt like I needed to say, you know, what is the message? And here we have a card. It's crazy, isn't it, how the cards work, how the universe works, how the guides work, how our guides work. But this actually says a message for you, pile number 3. So there you go. Amazing. So let's see. Let's have another one of these. Let's see what else we've got. So what else would they like to say to part number? They like to say, oh, I don't want all of those, but what they like to say, and that one wants to come up, to pile number 3. And this says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So maybe there's something in this here for both of you, and for them, maybe they're saying to you to listen to your heart. If there were doubts before, if there were fears before, with the death card here, with the hangman, with the 7 of wands, listen to your heart, because this is a heart connection. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. There's a strong feeling in this pile that both of you need to listen to your intuition, because I think both of you intuitively know that you are meant to be together. That's kind of what I'm feeling. What do we have here with these cards? What do these ones say? Okay, what messages are there? This says the golden mirror. Okay, God, I've pulled this one before. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So maybe with the King of Wands here, and what I was trying to say before, maybe there has been some selfish behaviour with the King of Wands here. Maybe somebody has been vain, maybe somebody has been thinking very highly of themselves and hasn't properly valued you. Now, if there has been any of that going on in this situation here, I must admit, it is at odds in some way with some of the cards, but with the hangman and the death here, I think that they are trying to look at themselves. Now, obviously, it's up to you. It's nobody, in terms of, it's very difficult if anyone's behaving in a narcissistic way, it's incredibly difficult to change a narcissist. I just want to put that out there. That is just my opinion. And if they're behaving in a very selfish way, then that's something that you might need to have some discernment about, pile number 3. But in terms of them, with these other cards, what I'm feeling is with Hanged Man here, that they are really trying to overcome any negative behaviours and patterns that they may have had in the past. But let's have one more card. Let's see if we can have one of these ones. What would pile number 3's person like to say to pile number 3 here? This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So I feel that this card here is in the past in terms of this connection. It might have been that this person did behave selfishly, and that you felt you were doing all the giving and they were doing all the taking for some of you. But this, they see now, I feel that you are definitely the one, that you do bring them happiness, that they want to work it out with you, that they want to overcome whatever challenges might have been, that they want to come forward with the Knight of Cups here, and that they see you very much as the person. And maybe their behaviour has caused some issues of confidence with you, but they can see you now getting over that. You are a strong person. They see that you have really, built yourself up, that you are this confident, wonderful person. Not that you weren't a wonderful person before, but maybe the situation, possibly for some of you might have pushed you to the limits. But now they are feeling like, look, we're in this separation period. I'm doing everything I can to work on myself. I want renewal. I want to see things differently, from a different perspective. I feel that you are the one. But obviously, pile number 3, if you've gone through things with this person that have been really hard, then again, it's about you using your own discernment and deciding for yourself whether you would want to be back with this person. But in terms of them, they definitely want to be back, or to be with you, to be in a connection, a romantic connection with you. Now, in terms of astrological signs here, with the Hanged Man, well, that is Pisces energy. 7 of Wands, that is Leo energy. Okay. Death card, that is Scorpio energy. Okay, so those are just some of the astrological signs. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and I will see you in the next reading. Have a great day. Bye for now.